happening?
It's a fait accompli.
No. No, it's not. My life is with Luke.
What life? Waiting for calls that never come? Letters that don't arrive?
Luke will come back.
Going to sleep in an empty bed?
Stop it!
Stop what? Loving you? I can't.
Well, you have to.
Why? Because you don't love me?
Because I love Luke.
So you've said hundreds of times. But what do you feel for me? What is it? Just define it. Name it. For both our sakes. What is it? Attraction? Revulsion? Gratitude? What?
I'm committed to my husband.
Don't tell me what is impossible. Tell me what is happening right here. Right now. You want to run. I can see that. But what are you running from? Is it my unwelcome feelings? Or could you possibly be afraid of your own?
I made a choice.
You chose to abandon your son. I understand why you love Luke so insistently. You must. How else can you rationalize the choices you've made in his name?
No. No. I've made mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes. But Luke is not one of them. He isn't. My future is with him. And I'm afraid if you can't accept that, then I really can't come back here anymore.
I can accept whatever you say. I can. Come and go whenever you please. Visit Nikolas. Bring your daughter when you like. I have no wish to make that difficult. I will speak no more of love. Until you do.
It's not gonna happen.
Hey, you waiting for the launch?
Oh, no, I just came back from Wyndemere. I'm sorry, I should have called to make sure that you were there first.
That's okay, you can come back with me now.
No, I can't. I have to get back to Leslie Lou. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Well, you could come with me if you...
Oh, I'd love to, but I'm supposed to work with my tutor.
Oh, right.
What's wrong? Did you have an argument with my uncle?
No.
Well, you're obviously upset about something.
Nikolas, it's just when I think about the time that I lost with you, the time that I threw away, I let you grow up without a mother.
Don't. That's over. I have my mother now.
I never intended to stay away. You have to believe that it just wasn't planned. All I wanted to do was to see Luke, to see if he was alive, if he was all right. But if he hadn't looked back from the balcony at me...
I don't want to dwell on the past anymore. I mean, let's look ahead. Come have lunch soon, will you? Come Friday. And bring Leslie Lou, okay?
Friday?
Do you have other plans?
No, I don't have any other plans. We'll be there.
Okay.
Your lunch is here.
All right. Let me walk you home.
No, I don't want you to be late for your tutor.
Right. So Friday then?
Yeah.
Can I ask another favor from you? You can refuse if it feels too draining to you.
What is it?
Well, I have a lot of questions that I want to ask about your life with my father.
Of course you do.
But if it disturbs you to talk about it right now, you don't have to.
It's the most natural impulse in the world to want to know more about your family.
I know, but most of all, I just want you to be comfortable. That's the most important thing to me. I mean, I want you to be able to enjoy our visits together as much as I do. And I want you to feel like you're at home. Feel like you're at home where I live.
Thank you.
Friday. I know I'm late.
Your tutor is waiting.
Yeah, I know. I saw Laura on the docks.
How did she see him?
What happened? What did you say to her?
What did she tell you?
Well, I asked if you'd argued. She denied it. I assumed that she wasn't telling the truth.
We didn't argue. We merely spoke of the past. Memories of the island can sometimes be painful for Laura.
Was she miserable the whole time she was there?
No. There were moments of enormous joy.
All right, well, can we focus on that the next time she comes, please?
Whenever that may be.
Friday. I asked her, along with Leslie Lou, to lunch.
And she accepted?
Uh-huh.
Well, I'll look forward to it. Cicero and calculus await.
All right. Anytime you want to leave is fine with me. I'm the one who brought you into this, remember? If anyone should leave, it shouldn't be you. Sure, like you could deal with this on your own. My arm's falling asleep. You packing it in? Nope. You know, the blackmailer might not be here for hours if your arm's falling asleep already. I'm here to stay, all right? In a discussion. Come on. Okay. Then let's at least get our signal straight. As soon as we see him, or whoever makes the pickup, start memorizing things about his or her appearance. Height, weight, hair color, clothing, anything we can use for an ID to the police. As soon as the creep leaves, I'll follow. You can go jump on your boat and... Nobody appointed you the ringleader of this whole thing. I mean, if I had... Oh, no. Hold, dude. Don't do it. Wait. It's okay. I'm all right. See, this is what I'm talking about. What if a blackmailer had walked up right then, you weren't able to control your stupid nose? Yeah. Helena doctored photographs of my mother. You think she's involved in this? She'd need a reason. Take down the Quartermains. No, not while Catherine's living there, no. Well, okay, genius, then what is she doing here? Well, maybe she has a date. That fits. No, I mean, I don't know what's working for her. She's...
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I startle you? Guess I was just excited running into you this evening. Saves me a phone call.
What do you want?
I have a new assignment for you, Alexis, and you don't even have to leave Port Charles.
You're wasting your time, Helena. I've already made it very clear to you that I will not accept any more of your assignments.
Well, your defiance is very disappointing to me, Alexis. Especially when you know the consequences.
It doesn't work anymore. Go bare your fangs at somebody who cares.
Need I remind you that you are only alive because I know you didn't try to kill me alone? You and Luke Spencer conspired together. I want you punished together. The symmetry amuses me. So I will wait for Luke to return to exact my revenge. But I will have it.
My father wanted her dead. She wouldn't be standing there right now.
I intend to be
She's lying.
swift.
I know her. My uncle's warned me about her my whole life.
No. I urge you to remember the manner in which your mother died and how much more creative I've become over the years.
My mother's death I will never forget. You I already have.
Your bravado is very impressive, Alexis. But I'm not fooled by it. You're as terrified of me as you ever were, and you will do exactly as I ask. Now, compared to the others, your new assignment is really quite simple. Uncover the current net worth of Nikolas's estate and deliver the figures to me.
You're gonna ruin everything. Man, she's torching Alexis, man. I gotta do something. Listen, do it tomorrow. Tonight is about Emily. Look, the money is still there. If we blow our cover now, it's over. All right.
I have no intention of invading Nikolas's privacy.
Oh, but what's the harm? It's not as if I were asking you to implement my plan against Laura Spencer. Which I must admit could turn out to be my masterpiece.
Excuse me. Did you just threaten my mother?
Or Nikolas. What a lovely surprise.
Answer his question, then apologize to Alexis.
Well, obviously there's been some mistake because Alexis and
She
I were...
hijacked me on the way to the launch.
We know.
Well, I would never harm your mother. Frankly, I'm very fond of
I
her.
heard you say you had a plan against her.
You see, you've taken my words out of context.
If anything happens to Laura, I will hold you responsible for the rest of your life. Now apologize to Alexis.
Well, of course. My apologies, Alexis. I sincerely regret saying anything that was insincere to you. Now, I know that this has been very confusing to you, Nikolas, and perhaps we can discuss it further when you're not so upset.
You're the one who's confused Helena by thinking you have a right to what's mine.
I would never take anything from you, Nikolas. I swear it. We've obviously had a slight misunderstanding, but I'm sure we can get past it. Enjoy your evening. I will mine.
That rescue was brilliant. Thank you.
Do you think she's really plotting against Laura?
I think it's a bluff, an improvisation.
Are you sure?
Reasonably.
Well, that's not good enough. We need to know for sure. Can you find out?
Look, I've known Helena my whole life. I know when she's bluffing, I know when she's serious, and I promise you she has not targeted your mother.
What about my father? She said that you and he plotted to kill her, and now she's after you both.
She'll say anything. Forget it. It's nonsense.
I agree, but if Helena does anything more to threaten Laura, will you tell me, please?
You know that I will. I'm glad you got to see Helena at work.
It'll help you defend against her in the future. Just how much of the conversation did you guys hear?
Enough.
Were you nearby?
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
You both can step down. You're lucky. There's my launch. I'm gonna stay at Wyndemere tonight. I'll see you later or in the morning if you're up.
All right.
Thanks again. Nicely done.
Sir, the launch just pulled up at the dock.
Thank you.
You've reached the Spencers. We're sorry we missed you. Please leave us a message when you hear the tone.
Yes, Laura, I trust you're well. Nikolas phoned and asked me to relay to you with his regrets that he's unable to be here this afternoon for the luncheon he'd planned for you and his sister. At your convenience, please call and let him know what other day you might be free. Thank you.
Mrs. Spencer is here, sir. Thank you. Is Nikolas upstairs?
Didn't you get my message? You're shivering. I apologize. I should have passed along Nikolas's message sooner. I was hesitant to call too early in the morning.
That's all right. It's not your fault that I wasn't at home. I decided to take Leslie Lou over to her Aunt Ruby's because of the weather, and then I sort of ended up spending most of the morning there myself. Still, it's a little strange that, what's his name? Your launch pilot?
Wenders?
Wenders. He was still there to meet me.
Oh. My thoughtlessness again, I'm afraid. I forgot to tell him lunch was canceled. So, lunch you shall have. It's the least I can do.
Thank you, but
No, it's really no trouble.
I think I should be getting home.
Why? Your daughter is safe and sound where she is? Wouldn't you rather wait until the rain lets up at least? A little sherry to drive away the damp. I'll just let Mrs. Lansbury know you'll be staying for lunch after all. Wenders, I want you to call me back in 30 minutes. Yeah.
Are you all right? Of course you're all right. My God, how do you stand them?
Next time I'll know to lock my desk.
If your father were still alive, I'm sure he wouldn't let them treat you this way.
Of course he would. He taught them. Shouldn't you go up? Stavros may be knocking at your door.
Stavros will be passed out in his chair. Did your father teach him how to drink like that, too?
I couldn't tell you. They didn't confide in me.
He's jealous of you. You know that, don't you? He would never, ever admit it. But if you went into your desk, that's the reason why. You have so much more self-control than he does. You have a better education. You don't let Helena run your life.
Helena has no interest in my life, except as it provides her with amusement. Like tonight.
Stefan, I thought they were beautiful. Never mind the way Stavros read them, but I've never heard anything like that in my life. The night your lips touched mine, you feign not to recall, though you forget, my love, the gods remember all. I was actually kind of glad that she made him read them.
You hear them bray like donkeys, too?
They only laugh
Because they think I'm a fool.
Well, why do you let them? Why don't you get even?
I shall someday. Believe it.
Well, why wait for someday? Come with me. Come on. Come on.
You were remembering, too.
Beautiful crystal. You have so many beautiful old things.
They're from my father's table. Do you recall them?
I don't spend as much time in the past as you do.
We were in the wild garden. The storm was approaching. Though you forget, my love, the gods remember all. Come on. What now?
Now we wait to hear her scream.
Scream? Yeah. Mother will never scream. She won't scream.
Well, what will she do?
She'll probably fly into a rage, wake all the maids, insist that they wash all the sheets now.
She won't come looking for you, will she?
Me? She would never imagine I would do anything like this. Before tonight, neither would I. Oh, look, you lost. Look at he.
He's so cute.
Why didn't he get in there?
Baby. Oh, look at him. Well, he wouldn't dream of letting Helena get into bed with him, would he? Oh, you think he's an enchanted frog? You think if I kissed him, he'd turn into a prince? All right. Bye-bye.
Pasha, my mother will know it was you.
Well, I'll just tell her I was asleep. Stavros won't let her punish me. Next time, I'll show you how to short sheet her bed. Do you even know what that is?
No. You are completely reckless.
What have I got to lose? I have to be going. Please tell Mrs. Lansbury that I apologize.
Whatever you think is best. Excuse me. Stefan Cassadine. Yes, Wenders. When? For how long? I see. Well, thank you. I'm afraid Wenders won't be able to take you back just yet. It seems there's a small craft warning in effect until tonight.
I can take the launch myself.
Oh, I can't allow you to do that.
Okay, then I'll swim.
You know, you said that before. Long ago on the other island.
Stop it. Why do you insist on doing this?
I didn't know thinking of our time together was such a torture to you.
I think of the past sometimes, too. What do you think I am? Made of stone?
It's not for me to say.
You won't let me be a fond memory. You won't let the past be the past. You keep dredging it up like an old bill that's overdue that you want me to pay. And I can't. I can't return your feelings now. You know that, don't you? Do you want me to hurt you?
I wasn't aware I'd asked you for anything.
Why do you make me treat you this way?
Oh, yes, yes. It must be terrible for you. It must be terrible for you, always knowing there's one man somewhere in the world who is living his life for you. Calling your face to mind as his eyes close for sleep, reaching for you in the morning across an empty bed. How excruciating it must be for you to think of that empty bed. To know that he can never be happy with any other woman, can't imagine any family but the one that never was. To know that his present will forever be a pale shadow of his past. Why does he insist on sacrificing himself at the altar of Laura Spencer? Doesn't he know how terribly upsetting it is for you? Wait! Rasha! Come back inside.
No. No.
I'm sorry.
I can't do this anymore. It's too hard for me. I'm too lonely. No, I can't do this.
Rasha.
I'm married.
To whom? Your husband loves you so much, why isn't he here fighting for you?
Because I heard it.
So this is what he does? He runs? Did you marry a coward?
No, Luke isn't a coward.
And why isn't he here? Why? Because he can fight outside opponents, but when there's trouble within his marriage, his reaction is to flee. And you deserve better. You deserve a husband who stays and fights.
No, stop it. This isn't about some kind of macho thing. I mean, this is about my marriage, and you just don't know anything about that.
No, I know you kept us a secret. You kept our child a secret.
Because you're a Cassadine.
No, because you knew in your heart of hearts that this is exactly what Luke would do. His despotic pride would be bruised. He would twist it around to make it look as if it was your fault. When the truth is, if he were the man you deserve, you could have come to him. In the beginning, or at any time.
I love Luke.
You loved who he was. When you were a girl, and he was an adventurer. Answer a question! Answer this question, please. Why didn't he put you before himself? I would have.
I'm going home.
No. There's a small craft warning out. You cannot go home until
I
the
don't
storm
care.
abates.
Look, if you're not going to let me take the launch, I'll swim.
You are not going on the lake in this storm. Please.
Just let go of me. Please. Please.
If anything were to happen to you, I would have to answer to Nikolas. This is not a good time to prove how stubborn you can be. You have my word. I won't touch you again, please.
Like you gave me your word that you wouldn't speak of love.
Mrs. Lansbury is making some hot tea. You should get out of those wet clothes.
Well, I'm not going to wear anything of yours. Or Catherine's.
I would never suggest such a thing. In any event, all of Catherine's belongings have been returned. However, your trunk from the island is in one of the upstairs bedrooms. I'm sure you'll find something suitable there. Come, I'll show you.
No, I'll find it. Just tell me where it is.
It's at the top of the stairs. Turn right when you come to the hallway of doors. It's the second door on the right, facing the water. Here's the key.
Does the table meet with your approval, sir?
Yes, thank you.
Will there be anything else?
No. Thank you.
Did you find everything all right, Mrs. Spencer?
Yes, thank you.
Your clothes are drying. And in the meantime, I set out a small tea for sustenance. And the marmalade you always enjoyed is in the crystal jar.
Thank you, Mrs. Lansbury.
Nothing else for now.
I'd forgotten what it was like to have unflappable servants. Has the storm let up at all?
No.
I tried to call Aunt Ruby to check on Leslie Lou, but I guess the phone lines are down or something. I couldn't get through. I don't want them to worry about me, so...
You're even more beautiful in that dress than before.
Stefan...
I didn't think that was possible. What if he doesn't come back? Have you considered the possibility?
Of course not. He's going to come back. When he's ready. He's hurt right now. He's angry. But our family is his whole world. He's not going to abandon us.
Are you so blinded by your devotion to him that you can't see he already has?
No. I love my husband and he loves me. We're going to survive this. Luke and I will never be over.
Something in a man dies when he knows the woman he loves has made love to another man. Willingly, with a loving heart. It's much easier if he can tell himself that his rival is a brutalizer, a rapist, a kidnapper, that she lies beneath him, gritting her teeth, hating his touch, rather than rising to meet it. Mental images like that can burn a hole in a man. And in one with Luke's particular brand of pride, those images become all he sees.
Stefan.
Now that is the difference between him and me. Luke will allow his pride to be more important than love. I'm also proud, but I never take love for granted. I haven't experienced enough of it to dare. Asha, you don't have to have loved only me. When you placed Nikolas in my arms and left the island, you said that you would be back. I believed you. I still do.
Why do you want me to hurt you? I'm not denying what happened between us, but it is in the past.
You can't tell me you don't have feelings for me. Your words can lie, but not your eyes. See?
Not every feeling should be acted upon. Luke is my husband.
He doesn't deserve your loyalty.
Yes, he does.
No, he walked out without a backward glance because his precious ego was bruised. He couldn't deal with the knowledge that you'd loved another man years ago. I would have stayed.
Luke will come back.
If I had felt you slipping away, I would have moved heaven and earth to keep you.
Stefan, you said that you weren't going to do this. Please. I love Luke.
You love Luke, but what is this that I see in your eyes? What is it?
Stop.
No. I don't want it to be so easy for you to turn me away. Maybe the time for me to fight is now.
Reeve is back.
Mr. Cassadine. Mr. Cassadine.
Yes.
Mrs. Spencer's clothes are dry. Shall I go up and tell her?
I think not. I suspect she's fallen asleep. Let's not disturb her.
Yes, sir.
However, your trunk from the island is in one of the upstairs bedrooms. I'm sure you'll find something suitable there.
Luke is my husband.
He doesn't deserve your loyalty.
Yes, he does.
No, he walked out without a backward glance because his precious ego was bruised. He couldn't deal with the knowledge that you'd loved another man years ago. I would have stayed.
Luke will come back.
If I had felt you slipping away, I would have moved heaven and earth to keep you.
Stefan, you said that you weren't going to do this. Please. I love Luke.
You love Luke, but what is this that I see in your eyes? What is it?
Stop.
No. I don't want it to be so easy for you to turn me away. Maybe the time for me to fight is now. The next step must come from you. I've made enough choices for us. It is for you to come to me now.
It's not gonna happen.
It's already started, that's why you're here.
No, I'm here because I had plans with Nikolas. That's the only reason. Like I said before, every feeling doesn't have to be acted upon. Luke is my husband, and I shouldn't... I want to go home.
Until the small craft's warning is lifted, that won't be possible. If you'd rather not stay down here, please make yourself comfortable in the guest room, where you found the trunk. You can nap. I won't disturb you.
Will you send Mrs. Lansbury up when it's safe for me to go home?
Yes.
Thank you.
Allow me.
Oh, you're here.
I didn't expect you home this early. Lucky?
Hi. We're helping a mutual friend. We need to use the computer room for a few minutes.
Well, unfortunately, the storm has knocked out the local network connection. Let me see if it's reestablished while you advise Mrs. Lansbury on dinner arrangements.
Obviously, from the looks on your faces, you didn't expect to see me here. Is it Leslie Lou? Is something wrong?
I don't think so.
I came here for our lunch date, Nikolas, and I got drenched in the storm, and then the harbor master issued a small crafts warning. So apparently everything's running again?
Yes, I was going to send Mrs. Lansbury up as soon as your things were dry. Let me see if they're ready.
Didn't you get my message canceling lunch?
No, I didn't. I guess I must have missed it.
I have to go. Wait a minute. What about her? I'll figure out another way.
No, Lucky, please wait. Just let me change my clothes.
I'm
We'll go
kind of in a
back in
hurry.
one boat. Please. Thank you.
I did call and cancel as you asked. Apparently your mother had already left the house.
It's all right. I apologize. I should have phoned you first, myself.
Don't worry about it. Mix-ups happen all the time. I'll go change.
Nicholas will be having dinner with me.
Will Mrs. Spencer be joining you?
I think not.
Well, the phone lines are working again.
And Leslie Lou is fine?
Yes, I called Aunt Ruby. She put her on the phone, and I could have sworn that she said, "Tell Nicky I love him."
I'll see you home. Okay.
No, thank you anyway. But I would appreciate it if you'd check to see if the launch is back.
Sure. I'll be right back.
He accepts the situation as you depicted it.
Well, Lucky didn't accept it for a second.
What you said was the truth.
Unlike what you said. You planned this whole situation, didn't you? You didn't want me to get Nicholas's message. You wanted me to be here with you, alone.
I suppose you think I also arranged the storm?
You know something, when we're together, nothing good can come of it.
It's not true. We made Nicholas together. Don't lie to yourself. I'm serious. You were chilled to the bone. You must take care of yourself.
The launch is just pulling up.
Okay. Thanks.
You have everything?
Yes, my coat and purse are in the front hall.
I'll walk you back to the dock.
Okay, thanks. Good night.
Good night. Your mother left some time ago. I was growing concerned.
I stopped by the stables on the way back. Today was just a mix-up with Laura.
Yes. Do you wish to say something else?
It isn't wise to trick or manipulate her. I don't want to lose her, okay?
Nicholas, I did not force your mother to spend the afternoon here. Laura is only forced by Luke.
Nicholas didn't ask why I was barefoot coming down the stairs from your guest bedroom?
Wyndemere has 13 bedrooms, most of them accessed by the same set of stairs. As to why you were here, we explained that.
To the satisfaction of two teenage boys?
Nicholas is hardly the average teenager.
No, he's just better at covering his feelings than most. I mean, Lucky walked out without a word. Do you honestly think that Nikolas was unfazed?
I would hope that Nikolas is becoming accustomed to the sight of his mother in his home. Now, I couldn't begin to speak for Lucky, but I would hope that he
Lucky speaks very well for himself, which is part of what I'm worried about. I haven't seen him or heard from him since it happened. Do you know if he's seen Nikolas? Or if they've had a chance to compare notes?
I have no way of knowing.
Well, has Nikolas started to ask questions about us?
Laura, we did nothing improper.
Yeah, well, maybe not, but the fact is we have an awful lot to hide. Do you think that Nikolas suspects that you are his father?
I wish I could reassure you, but this is not the best time.
Is he there?
We will discuss this further. I'll be in touch. Thank you.
The best time for what?
An investment counselor.
Wanting reassurance from you?
I can be a calming presence. Or perhaps you don't recall. I've barely seen you lately.
I know. I know, and I'm sorry for that. But there's some things that we need to discuss. I didn't want to go into it in front of Laura because I didn't want to upset her.
What things?
I spotted Helena on the docks several nights ago, and she was threatening Alexis. I heard her demand full account of all the funds I stand to inherit.
You needn't be concerned about your holdings. The legacy will remain intact.
Yeah, but what about my family? What happens to them? I mean, what will Helena do to Alexis if she defies her again? What if Alexis gives in to her threats? How will Helena use her against you?
I am perfectly capable of taking care of myself.
Yeah, I know, but Helena is more vicious now than ever. I mean, you should have heard her raving on the docks. I mean, we could hardly believe what we were hearing back. Yeah, Lucky was with me.
You've been spending quite a bit of time with him lately. Is there any particular reason?
We're helping a mutual friend. Is that important? I'm trying to warn you about Helena here.
Nikolas, I never relax my guard. Nothing your grandmother could do would surprise me.
Mm-hmm. Well, does it surprise you that she blames Luke and Alexis for loosening the parapet railing? Helena's convinced that she was the target, that they conspired to murder her. I mean, can you imagine Alexis conspiring with Luke over anything?
Well, your grandmother believes the world conspires against her. Would that it were true.
Worst of all, she has some plot to destroy my mother's life.
What gives you that idea?
Because I heard her say it to Alexis, in between all the threats. And when Lucky and when we went to confront her about it, she insisted that we'd misheard her.
Is it possible that you did?
Both of us? I mean, go to Alexis if you need to verify. Helena's out to punish my mother. She didn't say why. All I know is she said...
Laura's testimony exonerated me. I'm sure your grandmother despises her for that. But I assure you, no harm will come to your mother. I will do whatever I must to keep her safe.
Do you care for Laura because she's my mother? Or because she's important to you?
You are very observant, Nikolas.
Well, it doesn't take a detective to know something's changed between you and Laura.
It's true. I am seeing something in Laura that I had forgotten was there.
What's that?
Laura risked her marriage to Luke to come forward and speak the truth. She did that because she loves you, Nikolas.
So you're saying what? That you're grateful?
However Laura has failed you in the past, she values your happiness now above her own.
You're not answering my question.
It creates a bond between us. That is the new connection you're seeing.
Do you love her?
How could I not? She is your mother. She is your mother in a way that I had stopped believing was possible. And as I said, I won't let anything happen to her.
I know. thank you. For my mother, as well as myself.
I need to see you. Today. Immediately. Yes, Laura, I trust you're well. Nikolas phoned and asked me to relay to you with his regrets that he's unable to be here this afternoon for the luncheon he had planned for you and his sister. At your convenience, please call and let him know what other day you might be free. Thank you.
One question, yes or no? Are you sleeping with Cassadine?
The answer is no. I am not sleeping with Stefan Cassadine. I've got a question for you. What gives you the right, after how many months now of completely ignoring me, what makes you assume that you can question me about the most intimate details of my life?
A wacky idea that a son ought to know who his mother goes to bed with.
I see. Okay. And when did you become my son again? Was it this morning? Was it a half hour ago? Who were you when you went storming out of Wyndemere without even giving me the opportunity to explain?
Who are you? On Stefan's stairs, barefoot, wearing a dress I've never seen. All right. So you bought a new dress, right?
No.
No, come on. How does the rest of it go?
I went to Wyndemere to have lunch with Nikolas.
Yeah, who spent the day with me?
Well, the lunch got canceled, Lucky. Okay, I missed the message. I am telling you the truth. Look, the storm was so bad that the launch master wouldn't take me back. My clothes got soaked, and I had to change.
Stefan keeps extras for you.
Oh, for God's sakes, I'm not going to be grilled by you.
How about by Dad? Did he grill you? Because, you know, I can't help but be just a little curious about the timing here, Mom. Is this how it all went down? Is this why Dad decided to bail?
Lucky, I went to Spoon Island to have lunch with my son. And you're going to have to get used to that.
You're right. I don't need to know any of this.
Lucky, wait, please. I know how angry you are. And I'm sorry. But please don't take this out on your brother.
Don't tell me how to feel. Just like nothing you do is my business, nothing I do is yours.
What's going on? You sounded urgent.
Have you uncovered the nature of Catherine's pact with Helena?
Well, yes and no. I ran into Helena. She accosted me on the docks. She made her usual threats. She did, however, add one odd request.
What does she want?
She wants a detailed account of Nikolas's assets.
Was that the extent of her conversation?
Well, she reminded me that my life was hers to do with as she pleased. I think she said she would snuff it out swiftly and painfully over time.
Do you believe that?
I believe she wants to cut my heart out. But I have faith that you won't let that happen.
You need never act out of fear again.
So you say?
Did Helena say anything else?
Yes, she boasted of some jewel of a plan to bring Laura to her knees. Now, I didn't ask for the specifics because I knew I wouldn't get them.
Laura, yourself, and me, of course. Are there no other objects of Helena's wrath?
Luke. But what else is new?
Speaking of Luke, have you had any success in locating him?
No, I really haven't. As far as I know, he's evaporated.
Unfortunately, that won't happen. Luke is sure to return.
I'm sorry I lost my temper. And to answer your question further, I have never, ever stopped loving your father. And I have never been unfaithful to him.
Nikolas hatched from a pod?
When I was married to Stavros, I thought your father was dead.
What are you thinking now?
I'm hoping that your father will come back.
Well, that's a heck of a welcome home gift you're setting up, aren't you? Don't you get it? It's not about you. None of it is about you. Stefan's just trying to stick it to Dad. I appreciate you making things clear. Thank you.
Piece in the
I finally get invited to this Gothic cathedral of yours.
Your lack of an invitation didn't stop you from attending the Bacchanalia.
You can't blame a man for wanting to be included.
Or for pushing the limits, at which you excel. At least you did. Have you lost that ability?
Not at all.
And how do you explain your recent setbacks?
How to explain your interest in them? You've never sought my company before.
Nor am I seeking it now. I called you here to retain your services for a project which requires your special skills.
Camouflage investing?
Embezzling, a related field.
If you suspect someone of siphoning your funds, why don't you just alert the police?
I want you to embezzle from my nephew's holdings.
May I ask why?
No, you may not.
You seriously want me to pilfer your nephew's inheritance?
That, and one other task.
Counterfeiting? Stock fraud?
I want you to find the person or persons responsible for Catherine Bell's fall.
Why don't I just find Amelia Earhart while I'm at it?
Should you accept, you would start with the name Luke Spencer and follow the trail from there. You would also explore the possibility that my sister, Alexis Davis, is involved.
Your own sister? Is there anyone you trust?
No.